What is up, guys? Pup Tea from Life, Liberty, and the Homestead. I'm in the barn, milking Mama, trying to give her that relief. Hopefully here shortly, won't have to milk her anymore. But like we've done in the past, every other day, and she's still producing some milk. I don't know. She's a good mama, but she ain't got no babies. But before we begin this video, like always, follow Baby Lulu's head. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Give me some wild comments. And let's get this video started. Woo! Oh, Max. So, on today's video, I want to talk about situational awareness on the homestead and in everyday life. Alright, so what is situational awareness? Situational awareness is a combined ability to pay attention to detail, process the information that you have attained, threats, safe places, locations of shelter, food and water, where it's located at, if you have it stored, where it's stored, setup of your property and land, and so on, right? And create a plan to handle or avoid threats. So the first thing is in your situational awareness is what? Pay attention, right? It seems so very simple, but we don't do it as well as we used to. And with the advances in technology, you have your cell phones on you 24/7, which are basically mini computers that feed you information from all your social media sites, news sites, so on and so forth. So a lot of our day is consumed by what's going on that tiny little cell phone. So how do we pay attention, right? One way we pay attention, and this goes for rural America, big city, whatever it is the people around us, right? Paying attention to those people that are around us. Most people you're going to come in contact with are going to be strangers, someone you don't know. So paying attention to who you walk by, you know, what's the clothing they're wearing? Are they wearing a hat? Do they have glasses on? You know, to their shoes. Giving them one quick look over just gives you a bit of information that, even though while you're processing it, you're forgetting it at the same time, it's stored. So in case of something happens between you and that stranger, you'll easily be able to pull that information up. Another thing to pay attention to is vehicles that drive up and down your road. Here in rural America, I live on a road where I'm the only house. Now the next closest house is only, you know, not even a half mile up the road. But being that I'm the only house on this road, I pay attention to the vehicles that go up and down it. And the main reason is because I recognize vehicles over time, right? Like, let's just say Johnny, he keeps going up and down the road. Okay, this is a thoroughway that Johnny uses every day or every other day, whatever it is. But then if I see a random vehicle, and if I see that random vehicle come up and down the road a couple, 2-3 times that day, well, you know, that sparks my interest, and then I pay close attention to that vehicle. Now, could that person be lost and they're looking for somewhere? Certainly out here that could be the case. But that's not always the case. They could be checking out, you know, my property, my house, my pole barn, you know, my storage sheds, you know, all that type of stuff. So you got to pay attention to that type of stuff. You got to know about the time of the day, right? So there's all kinds of statistics out there that will show you that break-ins generally happen during the day. The reason for that is most of America goes to work when? During the day, right? So a lot of people will check out your property, see if there's vehicles in the driveway or, you know, on the property, wherever. And if they come by 4 or 5 times in a week and notice that, you know, between the hours of 8 and 5 there's no vehicles there, well, then that tells whoever is kind of casing your joint, right, is that there's no one home. So that's why lots of homes get broken into actually during the day and not at night. Another way to stay situationally aware is by home security. And the first thing you can do, simple solution for home security, is have one of those beware of dog signs out. And I mean, I have 2 of them posted, but I also have 6 dogs, you know what I mean? 3 Rottweilers that, you know, are itching to, you know, have a little fun. And then we have Doc. If you've been on the channel very long, Doc's kind of like our livestock guardian dog. He's also a great dog just to have because he's outside all the time, and anytime a vehicle comes up and down this road, I mean, he's on them. You know, he'll follow them. He'll even chase some cars, and you know, that's a deterrent all in itself. And then, you know, out of the 6 dogs we have, there's only one dog, bless his heart, Scout. He's just an old bulldog. But I mean, if he starts to barking, he gets everybody's attention because he don't bark too much. And then everybody, they go do their little perimeter checks and stuff like that. It's pretty cool to see. Maybe one day I can film it. But you know, that's the first thing you could do is, one, have a beware of dog sign, even if you don't have dogs. Second thing is lights. Okay, lights are a great deterrent. We have all over the property solar lights. I got them off of Amazon. I have some links down below to stuff that I've purchased on Amazon. But those lights now, what's great about them is they have like 170 degree. The light comes out 170 degrees, and you can set it different ways. But being solar, I don't have to worry about power. So if the power goes out, I don't have to worry about my lights going out. I never have to change batteries. And they were relatively inexpensive. I think a 2-pack was like $22 of these lights, and we've had them for over a year, and they're all still going strong. And like I said, I have them all over my property, so if something comes onto the property, anytime that it's dark, those lights go off. And I have them spaced, so you know, if this light goes off and something was to move, you know, 5 feet, you know, forward, another light will go off, or 5 feet back, another light will go off. So, you know, that's key, lights. And the next thing is driveway sensors. I believe they're by Guardian or Guardian Dog, something like that. All it is, you know, it's a laser beam that comes out of this box, and as anything crosses in front of it, it goes off. So we have several of those on the property at different locations, and you can set it up to where it'll chime a different chime depending on the location of that alarm and where it's going off. So we have those set up on the property, like I said, and they work great because, you know, if somebody's coming, you know, back way onto the property, by the time they come, you know, fairly close to the house, one of those alarms will go off. So I'm able to stay situationally aware with those. So another thing that we have is an alarm system, right? So we use Blink, I believe it's Blink X2, and we have several of those set up on the outside of the house, and then we have several on the inside. And the great thing about those cameras is they're set up on batteries. So again, if the power goes out, I don't have to worry about it. The only thing I have to pay attention to is the battery life, and it'll even tell me, you know, battery's low on this certain camera. I just go out there, change the battery, and boom, it's back up and we're running. So, and then the last thing for situational awareness will be an alarm system. So we also have an alarm system, and it's again set up on a battery system. It is also plugged into power, but if the power goes out, the battery backup comes on, so that alarm system never goes offline. And the great thing about having all that stuff, right? So if the lights go off, the cameras are placed in such a way that they will come on when the lights come on and begin to film whatever's there. So we could easily go to our phone and look and go, okay, you know, it was a car driving by, or hey, it's a UPS guy at the front door, or you know, it's one of the dogs in the backyard, or such a, you know, so on and so forth. So along with situational awareness, you know, something you got to take into account is also what you're preparing for. So I'm going to, in later videos, I'm going to talk about some of those things that you got to know what you're preparing for, but I'm just going to give a really quick brief overview, and that's going to be, you know, your minor disasters, your, you know, medium disasters, and then your severe disasters. All those have their own, you know, little ball of wax, you know, a ball of yarn that you can unravel, and you know, they have many different situations. But when we talk about homestead preparation, and you know, the first thing being situationally aware, that can play anywhere in society, anywhere that you go, whether, you know, again, you're in rural America, you're in a big city, medium city, if you're traveling overseas, all that stuff. You know, being situationally aware at least puts you in a mindset that you are prepared for, you know, certain events if they unfold. So, but that's what I wanted to talk about today. Let's see some chickens or something. Oh, George. Yeah. Handsome George. So I ended up putting hay into the nesting boxes. The shavings were coming out the bottom right here. So I went ahead and put hay in there, and I put them in the bottom as well, but I don't know what chickens didn't want it in the bottom, but they took it out of there. But you know, the setup, I've changed it just a tad bit. I don't know if I've showed this one, but we have 2 roosting bars over there, these 2 roosting bars, and then the roosting bar that comes across here, and then I put 1 more roosting bar on this side. Bo and Peep, they're doing lovely. They're always out grazing and enjoying it. There's Sheila and her baby Stacy. Tom and Jerry. Max. Old turkeys. I'll tell you what though, Max is like the friendliest goat. And you got Frankie, that's his best friend now. But Tom, he's just a pain in the butt. He wants to attack me right now is what he's doing. Turkey, no eating my camera. So that's going to be it, guys. I know it's a little something that I haven't done before as far as like talking about, you know, prepping on the homestead and so on. But it's an important part of homesteading. It's an important part of life, I believe. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I hope you guys also enjoyed the few moments of the animals on the homestead and our new beautiful Kiko buck. Man, that boy is good looking, ain't ya? Woo! Alright guys, one last time, follow Baby Lulu's head. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, give me some wild comments. Y'all are crazy. I love you. We love you. And we'll see you on the next video.